Status Baratheon, you are the only man allowed to correct grammar and pronunciation. Status ladies and gentlemen, this is JoeJin Movies Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
This is gonna be our review of David Fincher's Alien 3, and this is the favorite part about me personally for the first 4 Aliens is we got like strong directors, like bringing their personal take on Alien.
And looking back, I think it's such a delight that this franchise, the first 3 of them, are all handled by like masters of their own field.
Wouldn't you include 4 though too? Because that French director, he's pretty famous too. Because you know what I respect about the 4th one, it also brought a different flavor.
That's true.
Okay.
And since you mentioned that, I also would like to applaud the directors for bringing, like, with everyone, bringing their own different flavor, each and every one of them.
Yeah, yeah. So this one is definitely David Fincher.
Yeah.
Because we got, by the way, Won-Jin, I have to say, let's go with this first. Do you like the theatrical cut or the special assembly cut more?
Oh, man, I only saw the special whatever
assembly
blah,
cut.
blah, blah. Yeah, because
okay.
I didn't watch. I mean, I did watch the theatrical cut, but in the 90s.
Yeah, me too.
So I don't remember what it was like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know which part is missing there.
Okay.
So ever since
I can tell you right.
Yeah, ever since like the 21st century, I've only seen the special thing.
Okay. What's up, Zezzy? But I'm sure you're not the only one because I think everybody just assumed the special assembly cut is the regular cut. Because you know why? I remember watching Alien 3 in Korea in like elementary school, like pissing my pants and shit, like every day. It was on the TV all the time after 10 p.m. And it was the scariest movie I saw until then.
And I remember in South Korea we had, 주말의 명화. We have these like weekend movies on public broadcast channels.
Yeah, yeah.
And more often than not, they were all like Korean dubbed, and it had its own charm.
Yeah.
멀더 이리 와서 이것 좀 봐. 무슨 일이에요, 스컬리?
Oh, that's good, man. That's good. It's actually exactly sound like that. It was by far my least favorite Alien, but I learned to love it after I watched it over and over again. Zezzy, you brought a good point because Won-Jin, we got to start off. This is one of the most controversial one, right? Because David Fincher apparently hated filming it, and there were a lot of studio meddling. And I think we got to start the conversation off with Won-Jin. You know what I'm going to talk about: the Newt and Hicks. They all passing away.
The movie just immediately starts by like killing them off and sending them away.
Yeah.
Which is a shock because we know how like the length they took to keep those 2 alive. Especially Newt.
This reminds me of the Force Awakens and Last Jedi fiasco. That also took 2 different directors, right?
Yeah.
And I think
that's a good comparison.
Yeah, because this is like polar opposite directors taking on, and I gotta. But you know what? I respect Fincher for. I don't know if he signed off on the script or the script was given to him, but I respect that decision a little bit, to be honest.
It's like I gotta have my creative freedom.
No, and because like by Newt and Hicks dying like that, one of the great parts about watching Alien 3 is I never felt safe. Like unlike Alien 2.
Oh man, that's just like what's it called? Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be too attached to any of the characters. They could all go.
You're right on the money, Won-Jin. That's how I felt when I watched. Like oh my god, like no one is safe. Zezzy, the whole industrial vibe, the story, and everything, it was off-putting for what I was used to with I loved about previous Aliens. Yeah, Zezzy, because this is a very dark film. Void of Parrot, here we go. Right off the bat, David Fincher has said that the production was fraught, difficult, chaotic, and basically nearly made him quit filming. You can tell it was a shit show.
I guess he hated it.
No, because that's why we have to mention the special assembly cut, which, by the way, is not a director's cut. I saw a documentary where it said that David Fincher had nothing to do with assembly cut. But I still prefer the assembly cut over the theatrical cut.
Really? How is it different from the theatrical one?
So the special assembly one is like 20 minutes longer. And a lot of the characters a lot of the characters get more screen time in Special Assembly.
Like the inmates and stuff?
Yeah. So one of the problem with the theatrical cut was they were all bald, white men. So people couldn't tell who was who. So the story just went flowing. But in assembly cut, you get more individual time with them to know who they are and why they act
and
that
we
way.
remember the names like Morse.
Sure. And the serial killer, he's a very important character in assembly.
Golik.
Yeah. And another difference is, from the very start, in this theatrical cut, the alien comes out of a dog. But in the assembly cut, it comes out of a cow. And you know why that difference is huge? Because cow, from Greek mythology, cow is always sacrifice. So from the assembly cut, there's already a stronger religious note to it.
Really? I completely forgot about the alien being birthed from a dog.
No, that's from the theatrical cut.
Really?
In the theatrical cut, it's a dog and it spouts out.
And where did the dog come from?
It was
it like in the prison?
Yeah, they show it together.
Oh, so that's like it's not something that's been omitted. That's like a completely different shot.
In a way, because like I said, because remember in the first scenes, especially in the assembly cut, you see buildings in the shape of crosses, and then you see, because they look like monks.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of religious looking elements.
Because the thing is, they have their head shaved like monks, but they're sinners, and there's a cross figure, just like remember in Hateful Eight, you start off with the cross, and then the very fact that the alien is birthed from a cow is what we sacrifice to the gods in Greek mythology. So it adds this religious undertone far more deeply than the theatrical cut.
Oh, okay.
And in the theatrical cut, the serial killer's fascination with alien is totally omitted. They never capture him.
Okay.
They just go straight to the ending fight. Whereas in the assembly cut, one of my favorite scenes in the assembly cut that really talks about the whole movie is, remember they tried to grape Ripley? But it's the lead graper that sacrifices himself to save the alien. But it's also the serial killer who's fascinated with the alien that opens
lets it out and
listen, if
gets himself killed.
Listen, if you are a postmodern French intellectual, you're gonna have a field time with Alien 3 because there's so many things that you can make up from that alone. Just the symbolism. And there
Symbolism. Symbolism.
Wait,
but anyways, ironically, the script was its weakness. Okay.
Oh, really? Because I can't disagree though, because I guess you couldn't tell who is who because for you all white men look identical, right, Joe? That's not true, Zazen. Remember that one of the guys is looking for the dog and gets pulled into a huge fan, but I think about it, it made no sense he would call for a dog we had never seen before because they combined the current version without. That's Zezzy, that's true. No, but Zezzy, when I say all bald white men, that was an actual complaint. Like, I'm not saying it. A lot of people said they didn't know who the characters were. So, because remember, you can argue that's why the alien is punishing these sinners. And the irony is the sinners who repent get the harshest punishment. Remember, the rapist gets ripped up, he's literally stuck in a cage with him.
Yeah, he's having FaceTime.
Yeah.
One-on-one.
That's so good.
One-on-one FaceTime.
And remember the leader of the prisoners, he sacrifices himself to buy Ripley time to pour down the lead.
What was his name? Dylan?
Yeah, he was great. He's a great actor. He was in Sopranos too.
I always love, how intense he sounds every time he speaks. Yeah. You can tell that this guy's all angry all the time. Yeah.
I mean, not to mention, another huge difference between the assembly cut and theatrical cut. In the theatrical cut, the alien bursts out when she jumps to the lava.
Okay.
And Ripley grabs onto it and goes down.
Wow.
But remember, in assembly cut, she does the Christ.
Yeah, it doesn't pop out, and she does the
Jesus figure.
Yeah, Jesus sacrificial thing.
Yeah.
With her arms out.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a completely different shot. That's like a different movie.
Yes and no. Because I gotta be honest. Maybe I'm praising Alien 3 a lot, but it's not a perfect film at all. Because Void mentioned the script. Yeah, the script is not without the symbolism, it just doesn't have the dynamism that Alien 1 and 2 had. Remember Alien 1 and 2, we were glued to the screen.
Exactly. And I was thinking about this.
Mm-hmm.
The first Alien is very, very focused on space. It has a lot of these like long shots that pan and dive into the spaceship and those corridors. And that itself already gives us like tension and horror and anxiety because we feel confined in that space. The second one, like we mentioned last week, it's complete like a different take from the first one in the fact that the way it's shot is like a 80s blockbuster. You know, James Cameron had just made The Terminator. And this one, I saw that it has so much more screen. I mean, it invests so much of its screen time to the characters instead of the space. And like all those different styles of shooting, this is also distinctively different because I think maybe this was a thing in the 90s. It has a lot of these like camera shots that are seemingly like first person perspective, and it has you know like the documentary feel, like the camera's like moving,
it's like slightly. The chasing scene.
Yeah,
right?
Chasing scene.
Oh, Won-Jin, you're gonna love this. I'm gonna do another symbolism, and then you're gonna be
symbolism.
You're gonna say fuck you to me because it just occurred to me that you could argue that this is the death of patriarchy. You're surrounded by these sinners who live under Christian symbols, and they're all male. But once a woman and an alien drops in, they all crumble. It's like the alien is the other, and it's a woman. And then all these men, they all die. Like, except one guy. So this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Alien 3. Like, you can fuck around like this so many times because of the assembly cut, the way it was filmed. Like, and you know what this is? This could be me unconsciously trying to defend the film. Like, no, this is not garbage. I must save it and find these symbolisms because Alien 1 and 2 were awesome. So I have to look for these like interpretations.
This cannot be it.
Yeah. So I just came up.
There's gotta be more.
I just came up with that, guys. Void. Joe, I was messing with you. I know, Zetzi. Void. I'm sorry, but the grape scene was completely undercut by the lead graper putting on goggles before trying to do the deed. Yeah, it was funny. That is why she never showed the alien in the end. I remember the last scene when the alien comes out and she grabs it, and then one drop of blood gets on Bishop, and that is how they managed to clone her. Okay. From her last drop of blood. Yeah, Clement was underused. Yeah, Clement is the
Tywin Lannister. Charles Dance.
Yeah, because he's also punished because these are all sinners. He let 11 people die from like wrong prescription.
Yeah. And I also got to praise how clever the shot was taken because before he gets killed, we already get a shot of Ripley and Clement in the same room in the infirmary, and in the margin of the shot, we already see that opening where the alien will crawl out of. So I think this was, I guess, like the beginning of the 90s, you know, the thriller shots. Because David Fincher, remember, after this, he directs Seven. That's also a masterpiece, by the way.
Oh, because I'm glad you mentioned Fincher. I call it Fincherism. You see a lot of Fincherism here that he will later use on his other films, because he definitely brought his color to it. Just the tone of it, too. You know, because the tone is completely depressing.
It starts off with a very, very unpleasant undertone. I think it's like the climate, also the way the screen is color graded, and also those like parasites and lice and those bugs. Everything's unpleasant about this planet.
And you know what's funny though? Like the alien is the most unimportant out of all the alien movies. Like the alien is not important. It's just there to expose our flaws. No, because and then, but you know what? I do love that. I think David Fincher and the creators were smart in the fact that I think they were conscious of aliens too. So they did a reverse of that. Remember, aliens they have super high tech weapons. They're just like sci-fi to the max.
Yeah, that's right.
Here,
like Terminator, all the gears and shit.
This is basically tribesmen going against
no weapons.
Yeah, against
a torch and a knife.
Yeah, 2.5 meter beast. And another thing I want to praise is I do love the close shots of the alien though. The alien never looks so hateful.
The funny thing is the close shots are actually better than the off shots because the CGI in today's standards is kind of underwhelming.
I was waiting for you to mention that.
It was kind of funny. But the close shots, we can tell that it's the same, the prop, the guy in a suit that does the alien thing. So it was so much better.
It was also pretty dumb of Ripley to sleep with anyone after finding out she was in a prison planet and right after finding out Newt and Hicks died. That was jarring. Really, Void? I thought that kind of made sense. She hadn't had sex in a long time, and she wanted some comfort.
She wanted it.
Yeah. And I thought it was that was probably like one of the few human moments here. And then and this is why this movie is like fucked up when it comes to symbolisms, because
symbolism.
The moment he commits adultery, the alien comes down and punishes him. And all the false authorities gets killed. So like there's like this sin element if you want to read too much into it.
I get what they tried to do with the light and the vibe and the bugs and the dirt, but I would have liked it better if it was a little more glamorous. I do also like how Ripley is actively searching for the alien. We still get that the camouflage thing. When she goes down in the basement, there are a lot of these like pipes and plumbing that kind of reminds us of the alien, just like in Alien 1.
It was also pretty realistic for that god-awful plan of literally burning everything to fall. Yeah, Void, like, I do love the brutality of it.
Yeah. And like we were constantly mentioning the religious undertone, and that symbolizes a lot of like hell. Like
that's so good.
The inferno, that fire.
No, but another thing I want to talk about is redemption. These men, according like the leader outright says that we're all murderers, rapists, like unspeakable crimes, but they get to express their humanity before they go. Because like some of the best parts is that black leader's speech. We're not going down without a fight. Yeah, fuck that. Like, listen.
You gotta say it in the intense manner. We're not going down like this.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
Yeah. Look, like that's like it's like the opposite. It's like Superman. Like he takes off his glasses and he's a badass. He's like. Isn't he like the only character that actually like faced down the alien and said, "Is that all you got?" He's like literally getting ripped apart, but he's like, "Ripley!" And then like that scene was awesome. That was filmed so well because we didn't get to see the fight, but it's even more terrifying because of the sound.
Yeah,
there's gas coming up, but he's like shouting, "I'm not going down," and like, and then, he had that. What do you call it? Like the leader of the flock. Like he has that vibe of like the pastor, like taking care of these sinners, and like caring about his children. So like that was really, I don't know. It was interesting. It was interesting in that way. Yeah, but please, Ripley wasn't uneffed in 2 centuries or something. That's true. Yeah, but how would she know she's not doing it with a psycho? Oh, Void, that's true. You have a very suspicious... No, but Void, tell us more about why you're going for the corporation. Is it because of the Lord of the Flies shit these, like, hell sinners committed? That was the awesome part for me, though. Just like you don't know anything about the Tinder guy either. No, but Tywin Lannister seemed the calmest guy there, though. Yeah. Like, because... No, but...
The chillest.
Like, Zizzy, I want your opinion. If I'm Ripley and I want to bang, I haven't banged in 2 centuries, and I look around, they're all bald men, and then don't you go for the calmest looking person? The other option was that serial killer guy talking about, girls used to like me. But then I was like, fuck no, eating those Cheerios? Yeah. So
and even the overall, decorum.
Yeah.
He was I guess the best option of them all.
No, and this is also commentary on like authority, because like the incompetent prison the warden gets killed, and then I like how David Flint like flip flop because the 85 guy, I felt for him, because it's like kind of like we're gonna talk about Peacemaker, but this gives me Peacemaker vibes in the fact that these people are supposed like misfits and criminals, but the dumb what we thought were dumb people do courageous things, and they bond with Ripley. And Ripley is still the main driver of the Alien franchise because despite like Hick dying and Newt dying, she decides to sacrifice herself to like for others, and that's why she gets to do the cross thing.
Yeah. By the way, that 85 guy, I thought he was indeed 85 because of that stunt he pulled at the end.
Yeah.
I was like, what was the point of that? Because he got shot. He got shot up and he died when he could have gone home.
No, but
what was the point of that?
You and Void.
When you came that far.
No, but don't you think like the bishop-looking guy was really punchable?
I guess, but I mean, then maybe you could like pee in his coffee or something. Why did you do that when there were like men with guns around?
Well, he just saw all his friends get like slaughtered. And remember, guys, one of the great things I love about Alien 3 is it's the most horrifying portrayal of how Alien kills you so far. Remember, like they get blended, like the blood dripping down, and then we also in the assembly cut we see what he did to the first victim. It's like almost the Roman soldiers torturing Christ. It's the kind of punishment you get for the deadliest of sins.
And I think this is the first Alien that clearly shows what Alien does with the second mouth. It punctures the skull, head. We see what happens very, very vividly.
So I thought that was why it's smart, because when we first meet these characters, we hate them. Well, at least I did, Won-Jin. I did not have a good impression of the prisoners. But once we get to know them and see them fight against the alien, I did like connect with them on a human level.
I was kind of like rooting for them, especially when they were running around.
Yeah, in the special assembly cut, my favorite scene is when the lead graper looks at Ripley and then
he just walks into that.
Yeah, he sacrifices himself.
What's it called? The waste room or something.
So I have a question, Won-Jin. Doesn't that like sort of redeems his sin?
That's a redeeming quality right there.
Yeah. So the redemption.
You basically give up your life.
So it's like a commentary on like how like outer threat defines you. But then again, you could argue that aliens also had that quality, because remember they were like they were really brave, Gordon, and I always hated you, Gordon, and then they do show like the bravery part without necessarily being total POSs. Yeah. Just like you don't know anything about that Tinder guy either. Actually, I take that back. There's no way you're not doing it with a psycho in a prison planet. The option, availability. So anyway, what was your favorite character and favorite scene, Won-Jin?
In this one, my favorite character is Dylan. I love his badassness, and I love how charismatic he can be. And I find it very noble about what they did. And I don't know, I just like characters that are courageous enough to sacrifice themselves for the greater good. It's something that I always vibe with. So he was the coolest character. I always love how intense he is all the time.
Yeah.
And my favorite scene would be, let me see. Oh man. I guess when they're doing, basically when they're playing tag with the alien, they're running
the
around.
final battle.
The final one.
So it's again the Dylan part with the alien, right?
Yeah.
Because when Ripley goes up the ladder, that is a great part. My favorite scene is actually two scenes. One is when the alien and Ripley comes face to face.
That iconic scene.
That was in the posters, right? And you know what? It was done so well. Like, because you assume the alien's gonna kill her, but it doesn't. And it's the first time I think we see that.
Yeah.
And just that interaction. And
and one more character I liked was brief appearance by the original Bishop. I think he had a really good dialogue for that short sequence.
And in a lot of ways, like Bishop is a continuation of Alien's Bishop in the fact that I love his line in the assembly cut where he says, let me go, Ripley.
Please disconnect me.
That's such a human thing to say, though. Like, I want to die with dignity.
And I will never be like my full self again.
Yeah.
I'd rather disappear.
Yeah, like, and then this is why David Fincher messes with us, because the very fact that the Wayland Yutani director is like looks like him. It's also a question.
It's funny, he was actually human. And he got his head bashed in.
No, but don't you think that line was really good, because like it's a question about what makes us different from the alien. But like again, the alien is just pure. If we go by David and Ash's Pernoxus, that's another mispronunciation. Correct me. Like the alien is just a pure form, whereas the Bishop lookalike scientist says, "I'm human," but yet he disgusts us. Like who is worse, the alien or him? Like him, and then the very fact that he admits to his lies when Ripley starts like to go down the lava on the chain. He's like, "Oh, think of what we can do." La, 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 la. Not a care at all for the casualties here. Not even for Ripley. And Ripley saying "fuck you" like that. That's why this movie, despite its flaws, gets some points for me for that. Just like that. Great scenes like that.
So you like fanatics, Jin? I do like a fanatical character with good intention. I always loved them. Because remember from The Wire, my favorite character was Brother Muzone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of characters I like.
Hey, two codes that Won-Jin love. Outlaw and a badass. But wait, I have a question then. Omar or Brother Muzone?
Muzone.
Muzone over Omar?
Muzone over Omar.
Okay. Wait, I have
that guy was the coolest character.
Another question. Avon or Marlowe? I already know the answer to this question.
I don't know. I kind of like Avon better.
Yeah.
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 The probability of a person meeting a criminal is lower in the broader population than in a literal prison. No dating app restricts its dating pool to only include convicts.
My favorite scene is when Ripley jumps in lava. Yeah, that was beautifully shot. Hey, boy, guess what? Trish and I are getting pizza for... Oh, that's a good option.
Nice.
Yeah, what extra cheese, baby.
Bread. Oh, man.
No, but Hawaiian?
What?
I love the half Supreme part, Walker.
Half Hawaiian. So that's forgivable.
Okay. The risk is higher than you think, giving the recent report of women unalived by their hands of their partners. But that is a topic for later. Maybe if they want to talk about... No, but Zezzy, this movie is directly about... But hey, here's the thing, Won-Jin. This is another feminist masterpiece. Ripley is the most competent among these prison rapists. Like, she makes the ultimate sacrifice. And even when she's... like, it's also a commentary on pregnancy. Maybe you can...
that's true.
The horrors of it. And how males react to it. Like, they're overreacting, protective. But maybe you could argue that this movie is support for abortion. Like, I don't want this kid. I'm going to take it with me. Maybe I'm going too far. But my favorite character is actually, besides Ripley, of course, I actually love Charles Dance's character.
Oh, you mean, what's his name? Clemens?
Yeah. Like, I wish he lived longer.
Yeah, me too.
Because he brought such I think he was given the best lines, to be honest. Either that or he's just a great actor.
And he had such presence every time he was on the screen.
Yeah.
I love how he delivers his line. And you could tell that this guy, just like, what's his name? Kenneth Branagh, this guy used to do theaters. Yeah.
Royal Shakespeare trained. So I wish he lived longer. I would have preferred he died around the 1 hour 30-minute mark or something, because he was just such a fascinating character.
When I first saw Alien 3, I remember that I thought his death was so abrupt.
That's especially harsh on the theatrical cut, by the way. Yeah. Because, I'm glad you mentioned that. The problem with the theatrical cut is they do too many gotcha. They do too many of that. Because remember, in Aliens, like, they give us time to, like, love Bill Paxton and Gordon, like, but here, like, it's kind of done to gotcha. And that stuff annoyed me in the theatrical cut a lot. Yes, she is the fearless. She is queen. She is mother of the Zen. Ripley seriously miscalculated the entire situation. Not taking in the alien for research will only bring about everything she feared. That's what you mean, Void. Okay. It can be interpreted as dealing with a tumor as well, Joe. That's right, Zetzi. Symbolism. What is wrong with the Hawaiian Pizza boys? What is so bad about... No, but Walker, no. I'm sorry, Walker, but...
Walker.
Like...
You don't put pineapples on pizza.
I'm sorry, man. Walker. I mean, we respect you. We love you. I hope you enjoy half Supreme, half Hawaiian. But me and Won-Jin, 20 years, we never ordered a Hawaiian ever. Like, I don't... Like, for me, the fruit and the cheese, it just doesn't work for me. I don't like that sweet... I don't like that sweet, salty in pizza for me.
Me neither.
Yeah, I like it salty.
Yeah, like pepperoni.
Yeah. They don't like the pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, I would love to have the pineapple separately as dessert. I just don't want it on my pizza.
I don't think, like... But, hey, Walker, this doesn't mean you're wrong. We respect your taste. But for me and Won-Jin, like, the clash of taste is just so horrible. It's like eating the xenomorph and the eyeball alien together. It'd be like making a sandwich out of them. Not that you... Hey, fuck you, because you mentioned Battle Angel Attila. Now I can't watch Alien Earth seriously now. I'm gonna think about all these things like the hybrids can do. Yeah. The derelict spaceship is still there, and it's not unlikely that humans won't encounter Xenos on a different planet. Yeah. Okay, but hey, Won-Jin, let's shit on Alien 3 a little bit too now, because we've been praising it too much. I want to shit on Alien 3 for discontinuing it. You know what I mean? Because I felt Alien and Aliens had a natural flow. Yeah. But because of Alien 3, I think we got Alien 4. Because Alien 3 was like, this is the end. Game over, baby. Game over.
I think it was a bad choice to throw Ripley.
Like franchise killer, right?
Into that pool of lead.
Yeah.
They should have found a way to prolong the franchise. Yeah. I guess it was too early to send her away. It could have had so much more potential.
Yeah. You better be careful what you say, boys. There might be some Hawaiian people listening to the stream. No, but Walker is
the funny thing is Hawaiian pizza was invented by a Greek Canadian.
Really?
Yes. There's a very precise history on where this came from.
Well, tell us.
It was a Greek guy in Canada who invented this recipe, and then he decided to call it Hawaiian.
Okay.
Yeah. So, in Korean, this is very 근본 없어.
It has no root.
There's no root to this food.
Oh, so it's not Hawaiian then? Okay. Then why didn't they call it Greek pizza?
I have no clue.
No, but I have a question. Do pineapples grow in Hawaii in the first place?
I don't know. I doubt it. Maybe not.
Yeah, Walker. So I don't think the Hawaiian people will be that mad. I don't think it's like even from Hawaii.
You better be constipated about shitting on Alien 3, Joe.
Why? What's up? Why can't I shit on Alien 3? Here we go. Jin is gonna educate us. That's right. And hey guys, this motherfucker was correcting my pronunciation when the camera was off. Like he's pretending he's a nice guy and shit.
Symbolism.
Both are correct. It's like Lannister.
No,
it's like Tyrell and Tyrell.
Yeah, that's a name. This is a noun.
It's symbolism.
And the accent is in the front. The emphasis is in the front. It's
really?
Symbolism.
It's symbolism, not symbolism? Okay. If she was worried about containment, that's a concern the company can remedy. Just because the company might have ulterior motive doesn't mean what they're doing isn't useful for the other ends. That's true, though. No, but Void, now that you mentioned that, Won-Jin, maybe that could work for the Yutani Andor series you were talking about. Because just by what you saying it's a bureaucratic drama, I personally thought it could be more interesting with Void's idea of
Yutani perspective,
thinking they're doing good. Like, just, okay.
And unlike what we presumed, they were doing everything they could to contain the situation.
Right.
And Ripley going all... Yeah, Ripley's like fucking it up every step of the way.
Yeah.
Through decades.
Okay.
And they're all so frustrated.
Okay. They know something we don't know.
Uh-huh.
Like, they know that we have to control them or something. Making it a noble sacrifice.
That'll be so funny.
Yeah. Hey, man, but fuck you for ruining Alien Earth for me now. I learned that Hawaiian was invented in Canada. Really? Are you sure? Depending on what kind of English you speak. Yes, pineapples do grow in Hawaii and Australia. Okay, then that's like kimchi pizza coming from Korea. You know, guys, we have kimchi pizza and bulgogi pizza. Yeah, that's Korean.
That's the Korean twist.
Yeah, Korean pickle and Korean cow meat. Zezzy, they're both right, but one is American and the other may be Canadian or British or a different English. Okay. So anyway, shall we give a number grade, man?
I would give Alien 3 an 8.
That's pretty solid.
I think it's weakest among 3, but I don't want to give it a 7. Although I think it deserves a 7, I still give it an 8 because of its
the respect.
Unique differences from the first 2, and also out of respect to the director and the franchise. And I love how each of these directors didn't take the easy path, like just continuing on from like what was left.
Oh, that's tremendous respect you're showing David Fincher.
Yeah, they all wanted to bring their own flavor to the franchise, so I admire that. And I love with like 3 different directors, they all come from 3 different decades, and you can see like the progression of movie production style in the late 70s and then the 80s and the 90s and 90s. This already gives me that all those 90s action movie vibes and thrillers, the way it's shot and the kind of camera movement that they use. So it was really fun to see the difference.
So while I respect the symbolism of Alien 3, I'm going to give it the 7 that it deserves, man. Because here's the thing, Won-Jin. I agree with you, but parts of it I disagree in the fact that I have a question for you. Watching Alien and Aliens together, even though there were different directors and different flavors that went in there, it still feels like homogeneous. Is that the right pronunciation? Homogeneous? Like, it feels like a whole. Whereas Alien 3 was too abrupt. Too, like... It's like Evil Dead 1, 2, and 3 for me.
Oh, that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good comparison.
Like, Evil Dead 3 for me is...
It was entertaining, but I guess the first 2 were so iconic.
Yeah. I felt like Evil Dead and 1 and 2 were connected. Like, it felt like the same world. Whereas Evil Dead 3 and Alien 3, I was like, just a different place. And remember, this is Alien 3, not an original David Fincher movie. You know, I do.
That's true.
I feel like audiences do have like deserved like expectation for it, just like the way they were disappointed with Last Jedi, even though Rian Johnson is a brilliant director. And I feel like Alien 3 was too abrupt. Change in style, theme, a lot of that. And I'm glad Void mentioned it, but the script was also not strong. Because I gotta be honest, I grew to... Won-Jin, here's the way I would describe Alien 3. I grew to fall in love with it. But when I first watched the theatrical cut and the assembly cut, I didn't go, wow, that's amazing. I thought, that's a movie. Like, you know, because remember, when you and I first watched Alien and Aliens... We were like, what the hell was that?
Especially the first Alien.
Yeah.
Because we can tell that despite its age, it holds up against modern movies.
Remember?
And it's so like perfect.
Won-Jin, remember the first time we watched Aliens? I wanted to watch it again. I was like, hell yeah.
Like, especially it had that wow element with the queen.
Alien 3, after I watched it, I wanted to forget about it and then go to the bathroom.
ZZ, it's not homogeneous. It's homogeneous.
Okay, homogeneous.
There's another E.
Yo, voice
after
7.9. I respect that a lot. I think that's a very good grade you gave. 7.9. Because you're not giving it quite an 8, but you respect it. So, JoeJin Movie So Awesome gives Alien 3 a 7.5. So,
the weakest so far.
Yeah.
But still, and it's still an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
But it's no, I guess to me it's nowhere as like iconic as the first one or the second one.
Yeah, because there's no iconic lines too, right? I can't remember like a line that I love from Alien 3. But anyway, JoeJin Movie So Awesome gives Alien 3 a 7.5. Let's call it a flawed. It's not a masterpiece. It's an interesting film that's deeply flawed. How about that?
Yes.
Anyway, we're going to take a short break and come back to talk about Peacemaker Season 2, Episode 2.
2.
This has been JoeJin Movies Are Awesome. I'm Joe.
I'm Won-Jin.
We'll see you guys in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Get these fucking squirrels off me, man. What the what? Why are they dressed like xenomorphs? Do you have a thing for squirrel morph? What is...
Do you believe me in Hawaii? If you propose to your girlfriend in Hawaii, it is traditional for her to dance in front of your family and your friends, and you and Hawaiians in Hawaii. And the plot point of the serial killer releasing the alien again was just redundant. Alien 3 is just a link that puts together the rest of them.
It's not a link. It's a link cutter. Because Alien 4 is a complete different film. Won-Jin, why are you keeping the camera on?
Oh, okay.
Thank you. What, you wanted to show these people your squirrel morphs? Xeno squirrels? Trying to grape me?